back with comedian David Boyle, and I'm quitting alcohol. So I'm in Melbourne and I'm staying with fucking John Doe in his fucking studio apartment hovel. I'm on a Trundle behind a fucking couch. Does it sound familiar? It's like deja vu. 12 years ago, I was in the same position. Behind a couch on a Trundle, schizophrenic brother. Except this time, instead of sharing the room with a schizophrenic brother, I'm sharing it with a severely mentally ill comedian. I'm not too sure what's better. I kind of felt safer with the schizophrenic. They have empathy. You should see how this cunt lives. And he doesn't seem to have a fucking problem with it either. He lives how I lived in my early 20s. There's shit everywhere. The dishes are fucked. There's like a damp stench through the whole fucking place. His shower head, he has no shower head. It's just a fucking pipe with water coming out of it. That's his shower. If I was him, I would not let anyone in that fucking house. I would not want any witnesses to see how I lived. And I rock up last night because I was like, fuck, I'm doing a gig in the city. He's closest to the city. I'll just fucking crash at doors. So he had a little bit of time. He had like 24 hours notice. He could have fucking moved his cum rag off the fucking couch. You know what I mean? At least hide your dirty fucking towel. Hide the cum rag. Throw out the fucking chicken bones. Fucking at least spruce it up a little bit. At least fucking pretend you're not a disgusting pig. Jesus fucking Christ. It's like he fucked the joint up more before I came. But these things are good for me because you get to see the reality of someone that doesn't have kids, isn't married, pretty much wasted their entire life, has nothing really, pretty much nothing to live for, but has a lot of free time. And I was fucking complaining about free time the other day. I was like, sometimes I daydream about my single friends, how they can just wake up, fucking do whatever they want, sleep late, just fucking live with freedom. But in none of those daydreams was anyone having a shower with a pipe just coming out of the wall. No shower head, just a fucking straight pipe. And in none of those daydreams was anyone eating a cold barbecued chicken that looked like it'd been there for at least 4 or 5 days, straight out of the fridge, eating it on the floor in front of your friends. It's good to have these experiences as a married man with kids because you realize you're fucking not missing out on much. Door's a bad example. There's probably some fucking bachelors out there, even though he's got a girlfriend that he sees like once a week. But there's probably some bachelors out there who are doing it right. Door's obviously not a fucking good example, but still, it's a fucking eye-opener. And it's going to be good, spend a couple of days there, and I'll start appreciating things more. Like, as soon as I walked into his apartment, I was like, fuck, I miss my kids and my wife. That was like in the first minute. So it's good for that reason, because you start appreciating the things you've got, which is hard to do just fucking standing there, like closing your eyes and trying to appreciate it. Like, really, I appreciate it. It's hard. You've got to be able to fucking step outside and look in. You've got to see your position from a different perspective. And the other reason this is good is because although it's disgusting and it stinks and you feel like you're going to catch something just by being in there, I'm still pretty comfortable in there. I got used to it pretty quickly. Like, I was worried that I was getting a little bit too domesticated. You know what I mean? Like, I need clean towels, clean socks, clean underwear, clean plates, clean dishes, just a real fucking domesticated fucking house cat. Turns out I really don't need any of it. I can adapt. I've still got plenty of scutty pig in me too. Like, I don't know if I could do it long term. I wouldn't want to be doing it long term. But I'm pretty happy that I've been able to adapt to such a disgusting habitat. Like, I'm fucking 23 again. Except sadder. Much, much sadder. Like, none of my disgust mechanisms have been on high alert. I just ignore it and continue going. I'm just on the Trundle behind the couch. I've been here before. That's what you call adaptable. That's what people aren't really good at doing. Once they buy their big house and all that sort of shit and have a miserable life and feel like they're trapped, People are too fucking scared to go back. They're too scared to pull the trigger, downsize, and fucking start following your dreams, do something else. Not me. I know I can go back to a trundle behind a couch. I've been here before, baby, and I'll be here again. I've worked myself off a trundle behind a couch before, and I'll fucking do it again. In about 3 days, I'll be like, this fucking trundle behind the couch is pretty fucking good. I'm liking it. I'm liking the freedom. Time moves differently. Maybe I'll just leave my wife and kids and never go back. But it's funny, like, if you knew Dor, he's like this clean-cut sort of guy. He's a complete psychopath. If you've listened to the Oppression Chamber, you know he's a complete fucking psychopath. But he's like the Ted Bundy type. He's like clean-cut on the outside, but inside it's just a fucking pit of darkness. So if you just saw John Dor out in the street, you'd be like, oh, that guy has it together. He seems like a pretty well put together, successful character. And then you went to his apartment and opened his fucking door, you'd be like, this cunt has mental health issues that he is not even aware of. And he's not young either. It's not like cute. It isn't like, oh, he'll grow out of this. It's more like, this is what he is. It's a concern. I'm going to stay here a few more nights, maybe 2 more nights. I'll crash behind the couch for a couple more nights. Then I got to go fucking see my mate Shawnee, and my mate Gav. Go see some of my friends, and fucking I've got gigs all week this week. It's going to be a busy fucking week. Anyway, that's it for tonight. If you are a listener from Melbourne or Sydney, my comedy festival shows start in a couple of weeks. Melbourne starts in 2 weeks. The Sydney starts in a month. Grab your tickets. You can get them off my website or fucking either festival website. So snap them up. I'll see you at the gig, and I'll see you the fuck later.